Welcome back to the Ben and Rich YouTube channel. Guys, the S10, she's having some troubles. And we're trying to get it ready because we're racing here soon. But we're also LS swapping OBS trucks like you saw already. And at this point, the drag race would be already over. But we don't know the outcome yet because we're not there yet. But you are? I don't know yet. But we're having some issues like I was saying. So we've been having an issue where it's not building boost, okay? So we have it set, and we have a boost controller where it should be producing gate on its like 14 PSI. We're shooting for around 18, right? And then we're gonna get it to Rusty's and get it dynoed and stuff like that. But we gotta get it to make boost first. So we've been trying to figure out what is going on. So we did a little diagnosing, and it is a couple different segments. It's something I've been kind of picking away at in between, you know, OBS swaps and this unit, of course. All kinds of fun stuff here in Ben and Rech's garage. You guys know that. So I'll drop in a clip of our first test. We basically created a tool for pressure testing the intercooler system. Guys, the S10, I'm telling you, this thing here, we've been chasing all kinds of issues. Yes, it's a new build, and you always run into this kind of stuff, but we're not making boost. We cannot figure out why. This thing should easily make 18 pounds like nothing, right? And we're making 3 to 4. So I even put a heavier wastegate spring and thinking that maybe we're blowing the gate open. Well, now we're down to this. We got a couple PVC caps and we're pressurizing the system. Now it's kind of hard to show by myself here, but we are getting a nice little leak where this boot coupler goes through the core support. And it sounds like I also have a leak in my throttle body area as well. So once I get a little helper here, my kid or my dad or somebody down here, we're gonna be able to hopefully see where we can find the intake leak too, because any loss is, we're just giving off free horsepower, guys. We don't wanna do that, so we're running out of time. Drag strip as well. I mean, we're 3 days away. And yeah, it's gonna be glorious though. We're gonna get it fixed by then, I promise. I promise, it's gonna be a good time. Okay, now that you guys saw that, she's back on again. I'll explain. But I did also borrow a tool from a friend of mine, which is a smoke tool. And I'll drop another clip in here again that we actually tested that after we pressurized the intercooler system. Well, friends, I think we found our leak. One of our buddies let us borrow his leak finder here, the old OTC leak tamer. So it's a smoke machine, basically it heats up baby oil, and we're blowing it into the boost reference line for the blow-off valve anyways. And you can see it's actually coming out of the throttle shaft. You don't think that's much, but we've had an issue where the darn thing is actually idling without the idle screw even in it. So we knew there was an issue, but this is just a minty fresh Amazonian throttle body. So we did just go ahead and order a new throttle body, and hopefully we can get that for tomorrow, or well, for the race anyways. It'll be beyond tomorrow by the time you see this part. But guys, what the heck? But we did, it allowed us to check the intake. We weren't sure, because again, we're only making about 4 PSI, so, but we're on to something. So you see the problem we're having, okay? We're having an issue where we did have a leak in the intercooler system. There's a clamp under here that we're having some trouble with. And what was going on, the pipe was a slight bit out of round. It was an old portion off the mega truck, you know, and it is what it is. What we had, and the blow-off valve was already on it. That's why we utilized it, because I don't have an aluminum welder here, and going to Rusty's and back and forth, he's a ways away from me, it sucks. So, issue fixed. We cranked the hell out of the clamp, that one's good. So then, we're still having an issue, but we couldn't figure out why. Now, you did not know this at the time, but the idle screw was pulled completely out of this throttle body. And, as we now know, these Chinese throttle bodies are prone to vacuum leaks. You saw the smoke coming out of the shaft. I did some YouTubing, of course, because that's what we do around here. And they sell a seal you can install in there. Now, guys, yes, this is fairly budget, but I got quite a bit into this thing, and I don't want to jeopardize what I have. These LT engines are not the cheapest thing yet, let alone a 6.2, so I opted for a new one. But I, you know, love it or hate it. I know Rusty's not a big fan of what I bought, but it is what it is. It's what I could get next day, because today is Friday. We just dumped the video. You're going to be seeing that at that point. You've already seen it. And we're racing tomorrow. So, local parts store could get me a Phytech, right? Bad unit was 200 bucks. Ugh. I know, I'm telling you, it's always money, guys, but if you want to go fast and you want to party, you got to spend her. But look at this thing. For what it's worth, she is a fine looking piece. Chinese or not, I don't know, but she is fine looking, that's for sure. So, and it comes with a new throttle position, and a new idle air control. So how cool is that? We're not going to have to use our old crusty mud truck ones and whatnot. Now, granted, we're not going to toss that throttle body. We're going to order one of them super Chinese seals from eBay, and we're going to seal up the throttle shaft, because that's where it's leaking really bad. So, in today's video, it's just kind of a recap of getting the S10 going, and we're going to make a couple licks with it. We're going to bring you along for that, because you guys have been waiting to see that. Something else I got, right? I'm excited. I just got these in. Now, the wheels are not what I wanted. The wheels are what I had laying around. They're actually from the LTD, if you remember that one. Oh, yeah, guys. Look at those fresh Nittos right there. By all means, having a Nitto sponsor would be cool. I'm just saying. But those units there, I scored them from a local tire shop, some good friends of ours. And I threw them on our steel, just old Crown Vic wheels, because guess what? We have a Ford 8.8 in the rear with a 5 and 4.5, and we don't have wheels for that. That's why we had the wheel adapters. But at the track, we're not going to run the adapters. I'm not going to chance it. I'm not going to, risk blowing those things right off this unit. So, I know I'm doing a lot of talking right now on this particular video, but that's kind of what it is. This video is going to be kind of a short one of just getting the last minute buttoning up on this. So let's go ahead. We're going to get our throttle body on. We're going to re-smoke test it. I got it still hooked up. And that way we'll verify that we did fix the leak with this $200 bill here. Plus, we're not going to put them on yet. I just wanted to show you, because we're going to take it for a rip with the Cooper Cobes on the back, all right? And see if she's making boost. Something you didn't see in the past, I did use the lawnmower battery, guys. Check this unit out. I made my own little battery tray on the S10er here. Just out of some 16 gauge, or I don't know, it may have been 14 gauge. It worked out pretty nice. Got me a little crossbar holding it down. Now the plan is to get maybe an AGM, like a higher, I don't know, a higher amp one or whatever, but this is working good. So we're going to send it for now. I did not put a proportioning valve for the rear brakes. We haven't done that because, guys, I drove it a couple times and it doesn't seem bad. Now, I haven't made a ton of rips without you guys, by all means. It was more a couple rips around town to see if she was going to do anything, and that's how we knew it wasn't building boost. So, yeah, I don't know. But throttle body real quick here, and then we have to put the rollover valve on it, which would be pretty straightforward. And then it is leaking oil. Let me show you. Sad deal. You see the little puddles? It's leaking out of the turbo drain. So I got another one of them in from eBay Performance. So we're going to have to pull the turbo off, which I don't know if I'm going to do that today. We're going to find out. But let's get the throttle body on and fix the first problem. So I have had a few people comment. I did dump a couple shorts out if you guys saw them about this situation. And it is 100% not the gasket leaking, guys. I know there's perception. It may look like it. If you do any sort of YouTube research, this throttle shaft is all the problem. So and again, we're going to definitely buy one of them seals. We'll use it on an NA application, and it's going to live its best days on something that's not as important as this. So what are you going to do? We did get a couple other goodies for this unit too. We got ourselves a nice turb ski blanket, because we gotta keep them underhood temps down. We gotta keep our snail warm. Now we did opt for a 92. That's what this one is here. A friend of ours did have a 102 Holly. I found out after the fact, unfortunately, but I haven't tried putting a 102 on an LS7 intake. So it may or may not work. So I just kind of went with what we knows work. But with forced induction, it really don't matter anyways. So, overall differences. Well, this one's black and this one's not. The depth is really, really close to the same. Now, it looks like the Phytech is a little shallower. The position of the sensors is the same, so the connectors will work out. I mean, honestly, the eBay Performance one has a larger flange too, so we'll see how that goes. But they're both 92, so maybe they just use the same one for the 102 and just hog it out more? Possibly. Man, guys, as long as the bolt pattern's same, and you know another thing too, what's cool about these aftermarket ones, they already plug off the fresh air part for that. You know, but we pipe plugged this one, which you can do as well. You know, I mean, you're $50 to $200, and you buy a $10 seal. So I mean, definitely think about it. But if you notice too, this has a nut that holds on your throttle here, where this has a set screw. So definitely advantages. And it looks like it has a small, which I don't know, we're going to cap that, like a 16th pipe nipple on the bottom of the throttle body. So I don't know what that there is for. So we better plug that off because we don't need that. We don't want it pushing out any boost. You know what I'm saying? So unless we use that, we might be able to use that for our Mac valve, actually. That might not be a bad idea. That's something to think about. But let's go ahead and get this put on real quick, and we'll see how everything bolts up to it. So me and Rusty were chit-chatting about this unit, and we were using our boost reference from the turbo to the Mac valve. Right, a Mac valve is our boost controller. We're using the Holly to control that. So that's the way we can put more pressure on top of the dome of the wastegate to build more boost and be more controllable. That's what was odd, is because we have that, but we weren't making, sorry guys, we weren't making gated boost, okay? So basically what that means is the springs in the wastegate, we should have made roughly 14 pounds. We ain't making nothing, right? So anyways, we are gonna relocate this line, our reference line that we had at turbo, and we're gonna relocate it to the throttle body. And the reason is we want, you know, think about the air coming from the turbo. There could be pressure drop through the intercooler and temperature change. So the most accurate reading is going to be right here, okay? We need it before the intake, but we want it in this system. So like I was talking to Rusty about, how convenient that nipple on the bottom, okay? And yes, there's one up here that's plugged off. So I could put it on the top, might look a little tacky, maybe not. But I think I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to drill this out. I know you're saying drill your brand new throttle body, but I can't send it back, so I kind of own it now. Drill that to 1/8 inch pipe. It's kind of far away from everything, and run a tap in there, and then we can take our push connect 90 swivel off the turbo, plug this, and then we can just go right to it. Let me know what you think. I think it's gonna be fine. Even if we go like this, you know, this stuff is very pliable, and it'll be out of harm's way that way. So I think that's what we're going to do, be our best bet. Again, we could put it on top and it would be easier, but I don't know. I'm trying to make this one look semi-clean. You know, there's a few dollars invested. I want it to look nice for you guys and for me, of course. So when you look at it, and if you see me in person, you look at it, you're like, God dang, that thing's a piece of shit. Or you're like, that ain't that bad. So just remember that. But yeah, we're going to drill that, I think. So let's get to drilling. See, I do take some care in it, at least. I mean, and the fact that you guys thought I was kidding. What are we going to do here, you know? So, let me grab a crescent wrench, of course, because, you know, that's too small of a wrench to try to guess. So we're going to pull it out with that. And then we're just going to step drill it. I think that'll be... I'm just kidding. We have a... Oh, I think it's 11/30 seconds and then an 1/8 inch NPT. I mean, this wrinkle black looks freaking sweet, but yeah, this is definitely, it might be a straight thread even, but we don't need that anymore. Okay, are you just nervous as I am? No turning her back. No turning back. See, it'll be just fine. A little lube. We're gonna be able to use a tap on this. We may have to use a tap socket, I mean, versus a T-handle. As long as don't hit that. Okay. Just make sure it's straight. Straight as a circle, right? Yes, we're going to clean the shavings out of the throttle body. So I ended up pulling the fitting out of the turbo. I did put an 1/8 inch pipe plug on that real fast. Get my thread paste out because we don't want no more boost leaks, all right? By all means, I'm over that. We just want to make some steam and be happy. Let's get our adjustable wrench out here. Oh. Yeah, one size fits all. You know, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. See, look at that. It's time, friends. We got our new highly modified throttle body now for all of the performance. We are going to get this unit bolted on and give you a smoke show with the Smoke Machine 9000. And hopefully the tires by the end of this video. Is it wide open throttle, guys? Can you see it? That thing is way, way lighter of a spring. That is crazy how much lighter that is. Versus the old Chinesium. That thing there, you had to put Bigfoot on it, all right? You know what I'm saying? This thing here, not so bad. Talk about one of the handiest little freaking tools, guys. They're pretty expensive, but for what they're worth, I know they make some Amazonian specials, but check this stuff out. Now we're gonna pull our line out. I just want to show you. I want to show you how it works. So we turn her on. That controls our flow. And then watch this. Are you ready? Woo! It's like Cheech and Chong up in this bitch. Ha ha! All right. Let's save the smoke for the engine. Okay. So basically, we have our line that goes to the backside of the intake. It goes down to our blow-off valve. So now, with our forces combined, did it fix the leak? So if that shaft seal leaks, we're gonna throw this thing in the woods, and you're gonna watch me. You can hear it percolating too, folks. That's crazy. You do see a little bit coming out of there, believe it or not. Not as bad as it was, because right now it's about gone. You can see a little faint. The other one was just blowing out like Snoop Dogg, you know. I'm assuming it's going to kind of have to, because on this side, the TPS has an O-ring. On this side, there's just a seal there, so... But, a lot better. That's still kind of sad. For $200 freaking dollars, guys, I bet you the Holly one don't leak. I know, Rusty. You guys can lash me in the comments, too. I know. But, look, it ain't blowing smoke out for days. We're not getting it up there. I think it's a freaking win. Well, other than a touch of smoke coming out of the new throttle shaft, let's start this thing. I got my trusty Phillips head screwdriver in hand. Damn hoist. We got our, let me see here. Everything looks like we're back together. We tightened all the clamps. We should be leak free, hopefully, other than the new throttle shaft. So, let's go ahead and start it. It might not idle, so keep that in mind. Now the reason is we might not have enough, you know, throttle opened up. So let's hit her again. What we need to look at is our idle air control, and we need to see what that's set at. So let me grab my display. So we are reading idle air controls at 30%. We're gonna let it warm warm up. You usually want to see that around like 10 to 15. So it might not be too bad right now once it comes down. Hopefully we can make all the boosters now. I did shut it off real fast. I was thinking I better put my snail on before it gets too hot. So they're kind of meant to go a certain way. You see how it goes basically around your T4 flange or whatever flange you're running? And then you got these springs that kind of just hook, you know? You got to kind of work them around. I like to put the springs on first. It just saves you. Boom. All right, now let's set this dude on there and see what it looks like. You should always keep your snail covered up. I'm just saying. Doesn't that look so much better already? All right, guys, we're taking for a test rip here. I got Big John with me. You ready to do it or what? Mm-hmm. It's gonna be freaking glorious. All right, we got the new throttle body on. Takes a minute to get out to the main road for us, so we'll chime in just a hot second, guys.
Nice.
Sadly, it still ain't making a ton. We got to do a data log, but we're looking at maybe 5 or 6 psi.
A little better.
Oh, and then we lost Jeremy. Jeremy behind us? I don't see him. I don't see him.
There he is.
At 145 kPa, son of a biscuit. So what that means is like 101 kPa is right around atmospheric pressure, so you don't build boost till over that. So 130 kPa was like 3.5. We might be making 5 psi, guys. We still got an issue. We're gonna send it to Rusty. Hopefully he can take a look at our data log. But I mean, she's still tuned. What do you think, John?
Yeah, she's ripping. Definitely.
We don't have them radials on either, so she chirped her in third a minute ago. That's pretty questionable.
Yeah, you can feel them crumble like.
Ready for a full pull?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, 3-speed and 373s, guys, is not the daily driver gear ratio.
No, not at all.
Hell yeah.
Hey, oh, brother. Nasty.
I love the streets of Mexico.
Nasty. I love Mexico.
All right, let's see what Jeremy's doing here. Jeremy's following us around. He's our chase vehicle. He's got that brand new 6-liter. Rusty got that dialed for him. So you'll see that at the track tomorrow with us. Well, tomorrow, but for you, it's going to be like a week from now. But it's all still there.
Yeah, we'll let him take a rip.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Makes it a little hard to hold the phone.
Not the old rig though, I mean, it's doing well overall.
It is.
You know, I mean, we have, other than a couple oil leaks, guys, we got that oil drain. I know it's just a drip though, so we're gonna deal with it after. We're just out of time. We're gonna spend all summer busting ass project and juggling everybody else's stuff, so It's part of the game, guys.
Well, worth it.
I think we'll let Jeremy pass this time. We'll let him
do something.
Yeah. Cutlass?
Oh yeah. She wasn't that spicy.
I'm trying to get Jeremy to go past us, guys. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Like I said, he's our chase vehicle right now, so he's trying to just babysitting us, which he should, which we appreciate that, Jeremy. Thank you. Now she's ripping.
It doesn't quit. No. It just pulls till you pull your foot off the skinny pedal, man.
Right. Guys, like I was saying, you know, for what it is and for just, that's why guys love turbos. It's cheap horsepower. Yes, there's other expenses, but you can do it on a budget and still make power. I love it. It's such a great feeling when that thing just lights and just plants you into the seat. You'd be surprised, you know, like I said, we're only making probably 5 PSI right now. We'll know for sure. Well, at least at some point you guys will, I promise that. But, man, guys, I love this thing. But, you know, you can do this stuff in a budget. You know, you can get yourself a junkyard 5.3. We did it. We had the mega truck in a junkyard 5.3 at one point. VS Racing Turbo. I mean, you can get any of that stuff relatively cheap. Get some Demon 170 injectors like we told you. You know, guys, we got to load this thing up for the drag race. I really appreciate you guys tagging along for this stuff. I know this is what you guys have been waiting for, and so have I. There's just so much time invested in making this shit, but thanks to you guys, we can make it happen. So on that note, on behalf of me and Big John here, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share all the good stuff. We'll see you on the next one.